Recently, the internet has not been a fan of locking in, you know, we're in our like soft girl era.
Really expensive.
Anyway.
It's okay when they're partially expensive.
Fun day, working smarter, not harder while dialing in. So I only take my creatine before. Prioritizing the real food. Should not take your supplements with coffee. And welcome back to my YouTube channel. We are dialing it in this week and I thought, why not take you along with me? I have set some goals for the end of 2025 and I also have been doing it for just over a week now, and I thought, let's lock in, let's do it together, and maybe you can seek some inspiration or you might just want to follow along my journey. But as a qualified naturopath, I obviously prioritize whole foods, nutrients, my hormone health and energy. So this is the first time I have done a deficit in years, or even tracked in over 2 years, because for the last 2 years, I have just been really honing in on my hormone health and whole foods and just feeling good, eating good. I haven't locked in a while. So I've set myself some goals for the end of 2025 and before heading on my holiday, and we've been doing pretty well so far. So the main goal is we are, first of all, tracking. When I say tracking, I'm not going to share my calories, but I'm also not necessarily like hitting my macros in terms of if it fits, I can eat it. I am hitting my calories, my macros, my micros, and food that is whole food. A few things I've slightly altered just to help the deficit move along quicker, right? Like in terms of maybe not prioritizing 100% my ingredient list, but for the most part, I am pretty big on the ingredients and making sure they are pretty natural. You know, I don't want 1,000,001 numbers in my ingredient list or emulsifiers, etc. So we're prioritizing a whole food dialed in deficit at the moment. I have dropped some kilos. I'm hitting my steps. I'm training 4 times a week, strength training. I'm doing about 4 incline walks a week and just hitting steps every day, but also just hitting my calories every day and tracking them, prioritizing the real food so I can still feel as energized and my hormone health can still stay on track while in a deficit. Like, comment, and subscribe, and keep on watching. Happy Wednesday. I have been terrible at picking up this camera. I am talking, not showing, but this morning I went to my 5 a.m. hybrid class, and gosh, was it probably the hardest workout ever, because so many people are ramping up their training to train for high rocks, but I am not training for high rocks, but I still go to these hybrid classes. So there's definitely a lot of people in there who are training for the Melbourne high rocks coming up very soon. So the workouts are getting like amplified, and I can definitely feel it, especially while in a bit of a cut. So nonetheless, it was still like a great workout, great way to start my day. Now I'm looking a little crazy because I came home and washed my hair because it was a ball of sweat, done cleaning and everything. But today I'm going to be heading out doing like a bit of holiday shopping with Christian. We're going to go see what we need before we like pack our suitcase and stuff, because the trip is coming up so soon, which is just crazy. And also like dance teaching concert is in a couple weeks. So it is literally all happening. Sit for a little bit, rejuvenate, because I feel like I've been running around, done my workout, cleaned, bit of laptop work, need to send out a herbal order soon. But guys, I am nearly up to part 3 of Alchemised. This gigantic book, so we're like 2 chapters off part 3, I'm pretty sure. I suggest reading it on your Kindle because the book is just so big. But wow. This book is already a 5-star. What am I, like 700 and something pages in? Oh, I'm 801 pages in to Alchemised, and it's 1,000 pages. So we have 200 pages left. I could definitely finish this soon. We only have this much left out of this giant book. That is just crazy to see that I have read this much. That's crazy. But anyway, I'm going to read for a little bit, finish getting ready, and then I'll do a bit of laptop work and we'll head out to the shops. Making my first meal of the day. We've got my protein oats. I feel like I always film these on my YouTube, but I probably haven't discussed my new favorite protein powder, the Chief Collagen. Amazing. I double the serve of this one so that I can get 30 grams of protein. But if you get the whey one, the first serving size is already 30 grams. But I prefer the taste of the collagen and the benefits. But yeah, it's really good on the gut and it's grass fed. The other thing that I've really prioritized in this cut is maintaining whole food. So it's not about like if it fits the macros, I can have it. I wanted all my ingredients to still stay in tune with my body and my lifestyle. So even my chocolate, like this Ultra Eco, super raw, great chocolate, ingredients impeccable. Same with my protein powder. The ingredients are so good. 50 grams of oats, my protein powder, my chocolate, and then I add my blackberries. This has been my favorite meal every day, and starting my day off with this really does sustain me for quite a while. That's the update. I will try and show that throughout this vlog. This is me fully locking in back to my gym grind didn't really go. I still consistently was going to the gym, but I really locked in with all my food and getting some extra steps in as well. So today I won't jump on the treadmill because I did my hybrid class, but kind of at least 4 times a week, I've also been doing a 30-minute incline. So we're hitting our macros, our calories, our micronutrients, we're hitting our step goals, we're staying active, and most importantly, we're actually feeling really, really good throughout it. Side note, but I feel like recently the internet has not been a fan of locking in, we're in our soft girl era, but I think I was in my soft girl era for not a little too long. I've kind of done this at the perfect time, but I did need to like kick up my bum and just say, actually, if you're saying you want to lock in and you're not seeing the results, then like clearly you're not actually locking in. So I did have to have that hard talk to myself, and I feel like I have a very supportive environment around me as well. So, but at the end of the day, only you can actually start to lock in. Are you actually hitting your calories or whatever it might be that you're wanting to track? Are you actually ticking the boxes, or kind of subpar doing it and then saying, but I'm like doing it, why aren't I seeing results? I was saying that, and then I actually locked in, made sure every day I was actually ticking the boxes. And what do you know? I'm actually seeing results. So it happens to all of us. It is really a mindset thing. You can't change until you're kind of ready to change, but you will hit a point where you're like, enough's enough. I need to go all in on the things I'm saying I want to achieve. And you can apply this to so many things in your life. Even if you want to be like happier in life and more positive, it's like at the end of the day, eventually you have to kind of bite your own words. And if you're complaining too much and being negative, only you can really change that. And obviously your environment will help as well. Morning, it is Thursday morning. We're about to head to our leg day. Let's make a coffee. I've ticked another new low on the scales, just slightly. We're moving down quite in little increments at the moment, but feeling good, a bit tired actually, but nothing a coffee can't fix. I just feel like I haven't this is the first time I'm speaking, and I feel like when I start speaking is when I start to wake up. So salt, coffee, water, let's do it. Also going to take my creatine. If you're not actually feeling an effect from your supplements, definitely think about seeking like an integrative GP or a naturopath, a nutritionist, because we are qualified to make sure they're the right ones for you. There are so many things that go on in each person's body, like different DNA, different genetic SNPs that can stop the absorption of certain supplements. So if you've been on something for so long and you still don't understand why or what it's doing, seek extra information and see what maybe it could be. Creatine, the most studied supplement ever. It's not just about your muscles and what it can do for that, and especially during like a deficit, but also the effects of creatine on your brain health and preventing things like dementia and stuff like that. So I only take my creatine before my workout because I am having my coffee, and you should not take your supplements with coffee because it stops some of the absorption. But I am about to work out, and you should take creatine like before or after your workout. So we're gonna have it now, gonna have our coffee, but the rest of our supplements, we're gonna keep them at least 2 hours away from our caffeine. All right, we're gonna head to the gym and I will chat to you in a little bit. I'm back from the gym. I'm about to hit a couple of steppies on the treadmill because if I do just 20 to 30 minutes of incline, it's just some extra steps in my little locked in deficit that just help me out throughout the day. And it's actually my favorite time to read my book. So let's jump on. I have been sitting here all afternoon reading Alchemised. I'm 97%. I cannot believe I finally finished Alchemised. 1,000 pages. 5 stars. What a journey. Oh my gosh. It's going to take me a while to digest all of that, but I'm going to make my dinner. So I'll show you, I'm going to make like a steak and a big salad, like a big rocket salad. So I'll just film that for you now, since this vlog is all about locking in and kind of showing you how I'm dialing back in and doing it all. But wow, I just had to share reading and finishing and document the ending of Alchemised. Holy moly. Giant bowl of pear, rocket, onion salad with 200 grams of steak. That's going to be my dinner. The reason I love this as my dinner while I'm dialing it all in is because of the fiber and the volume, but still prioritizing like a good heme iron source of protein. 45 grams of protein here, big bowl. We're at about 400 calories. Love it. Good morning and happy Friday. Today is exciting because I'm actually going to the Wicked movie, part 2, this afternoon. But today all I have on is just house errands, and then I'm going to the gym at 12:30. But a part of this like dialing in before I head on a big fun holiday, I also want to semi-pack. So I want to organize my outfits, lay out what I have in case there's anything I do need before I go. But honestly, I've already done enough damage, so I feel like we just need to make it work and pack a little bit. I was doing a big house reset before, and then I was cleaning everything, and I put all of our shopping bags on the bed. So it really does look like we've done some damage, which we honestly kind of have. No better feeling than keeping all your new clothes in the bag before you pack them. So we're going to kind of sort this out. This is obviously Christian's as well, but I have just been accumulating over months and piling them in and like trying not to wear them because I want to like savor them. I don't know why. That's just me. But yeah, so let's do semi-packing together. I'm about to head to the Wicked movie. I think it's called Wicked for Good. It's part 2. I'm very excited. Me and my friend saw part 1 together, and now we're seeing part 2 together. But I wanted to mention, because I feel like it is so hard when you're dialing it in to say no to like going out for dinners and things like that. But I am really trying to dial it in just such a short amount of time that if I say yes to every dinner with friends and family that come my way, like it will set me back. So there's a time and a place where sometimes I still do incorporate them into my like shred and stuff. But I just kindly said to my friend, because she was like, should we do dinner before it? I was like, I'm sorry to be that girl, but I'm actually gonna have dinner before I come. I'm just, dialing it in. So don't be afraid to actually say what you want. Like at the end of the day, you're your own person. You should be able to stick to your goals, and your friend should appreciate like it and respect it. And my friend absolutely did not care. And the one thing I love about going to the movies is obviously getting popcorn, but I'm not going to do it. I brought my snacks. I'm going to show you. I'm just bringing myself a soda because I'm not a huge fan of like a Coke Zero, but obviously you could get that at the movies. But yeah, I've got my lemon soda and a beef stick and some fun days. So that's my snack I brought my friend a soda as well in case she wants one. But yeah, I feel like this is so often misled or not spoken about when you are trying to dial it in and achieve specific goals. Sometimes you do have to say no, but not miss out on the fun. Don't be afraid to still go to the event and not have to eat the food there. So I'm going to the movie and still getting to spend time with my friend. I'm just not eating a bunch of calories that I don't know what they are just for the sake of it. So, and also it's like a short term, missing out on something for such a short term. I've been to the movies plenty of times and had popcorn plenty of times. It's not like I'm missing out on this, whole new experience. So I think just remind yourself that, see where it aligns with you during your dialing it in. But I just thought I would share that because, I don't know, it's something I just had the conversation with myself about today and was like, do I need the popcorn? No, I don't need the popcorn. I can just bring my snack. I can have popcorn another day. I'm off to Wicked for good, and I will let you know my review of it. I thought part 1 was way too long, but I am excited for part 2 because I still love Wicked. So let's go. Okay, Bubba. Back from the shops. I did not do damage. I didn't buy like anything. Honestly, I bought boring stuff. I swapped Christian's shoes, and then literally I just picked up my perfume that I had been needing to grab. I'm super basic, but I love the Ariana Grande Cloud perfume. I think I've worn this for like 6+ years, like honestly so long. I only wear perfume like not on an everyday basis, just like when I'm actually dressed up going out, because of the like endocrine disruptors from the fragrances. I don't like to do that, but I do like to still smell good every now and then. So Cloud Ariana Grande, $60 for 100 mils. It's honestly a bargain, and it's my ride or die. So if you need a good little perfume tip. And then I picked up my shampoos. I just like the Davro. It came in like a set, but I just needed more shampoo and conditioner, and it came with a hair mask. Importantly, since we're getting ready to travel, I got the mini version, so the little 100 mils, because I was on the hunt for some running shoes myself, but I did not find any. Today, I'll see what we get up to. Nonetheless, I'm sticking to my goals and we are locked in, but I am taking a bit more of a rest day today. But I did consciously make an effort to take the stairs at the shopping center. So I didn't take any elevators, any lifts. I was on, or escalators, escalators. I was on the stairs because that's just like neat exercise, like what's that called? Anyway, it's where you burn extra steps and calories without having to really think about it, or without having to do a workout. And that's important during hitting your goals. Just do it, park your car further away at the car park. Take the stairs, not the lift. All those little things eventually add up. So that's my little tip on like your rest days. Morning and happy Monday. Is it Monday? Yeah, it is teaching day. So not this face tracking. I think people hate face tracking. I personally do as well, but I'm not too sure. But I don't know how to permanently turn it off. I'm sure there's a way. But anyway, that's my DJI issue. We are on track. We have hit another new low, a very small increment, but nonetheless, we've ticked the boxes. I find the weekends the hardest because I relax the most on a Sunday and I want to just like have some snacks and things, but I didn't. Like Sunday went really, really well. I enjoyed all my meals, stuck to the goals. A new week. So we're heading into a new week still on top of our goals. This is about week 2.5 now, I think, in a week of normal dance teaching, because next week's rehearsals and then concert, and then I fly out. It's all happening. So we have full motivation to keep going ahead with our goals. So this morning I'm about to head out. I need to grab some dog food and groceries, and then I'm going to come back and make my oats before I hit the road for dance teaching. And I've already pre-packed my meals and everything. So when I pack that, I might show you what I'm taking with me. But yeah, anyway, happy Monday. Let's get it. MyFitnessPal. If you're wondering as well, I feel like MyFitnessPal is so annoying now. Like it always wants you to buy the premium version so you can like see all the macros straight after your meal. But a little hack I do is like once I've put in my meal, I don't know if you can see that, I scroll down and I just click like nutrition. So as you can see, my first meal is 41 grams of protein. Let me show you my delicious dinner that I'm gonna have later. Does that not look amazing? 56 grams of protein. Prawns are incredible for when you're on the shred. And I personally love the taste of prawns. I also feel a lot better just kind of estimate all these meals now and how many calories, how much protein, but I feel a lot better just securing off, like since I'm really dialing it in, I want to make sure I am hitting the goals. So I feel like a peace of mind just putting it into MyFitnessPal anyway. But there has been some days where I've eaten the exact same oats that I haven't logged it because I just calculate it in my head. So I'm not like hung up on about it, but I do quite enjoy seeing it, ticking it off during dialing it in. 100 grams of cherries is like 60 calories. 3 apricots. I love a good apricot. We've got these in my snack. I've brought my Siggy's yogurt, my 3 apricots, and my cherries. So we're hitting our fiber, our fruit, our micros, but also feeling quite satiated. Winning. So we've got our snack plate, our yogurt, our dinner. Of course, my favorite Sodally. These are my favorite like sugar-free drinks because the ingredients are actually really good. Lunchbox packed, no excuses. Now I'm gonna take my supplements. Probably look like I have an extensive supplement list, but I just know optimized health and what really works for me, as well as having other, qualified naturopaths in my corner. Don't take what I take. Definitely consult a naturopath or, a qualified practitioner. I only use practitioner quality products as well. So I don't like buying things over the chemist and counter because I want to make sure. Bioavailability matters, which is how your body can actually absorb and uptake correct nutrients. So just because, an influencer or someone like me is just showing you an extensive range, don't go out and buy them because sometimes they're shit. I'm gonna go eat my oats and then I'm gonna hit the road, take all my food with me, go dance teach for hours on end, love my life. And then I will probably chat to you on Tuesday because I get home very, very late. But I will say when I drive home late, that is the hardest part to not want to snack. But that's where my high protein yogurt and my fruit come in handy because it satiates me. It's a great source of fiber and also like keeps me awake and just keeps me fueled and going. So I'm working smarter, not harder while dialing it in. Anyway, I will chat to you Tuesday. Happy Tuesday, everyone. Back from teaching. I've already hit the gym today and just cleaned the house. Got some packages to unbox, which is exciting. And I just made my protein oats. You guys know the drill. With a little bit of insight, I did weigh myself this morning and the scales had actually gone slightly up, but I'm well aware in when you're losing kilos, as long as it's on like a downward trend, it's not like every day needs to be down, 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 down. You're gonna see like little spikes here and there. It can be for a number of reasons, like water weight, especially like first week, you're probably gonna drop a heap of water weight and then it slowly like will come back up, but then it will still decline down gradually. So nothing to be concerned. It also often happens to me after my late night teaching, something about driving, getting home a little bit later, probably less than 8 hours sleep because then I still get up and go to the gym. That is your body holding onto a bit of fluid as well. And I definitely feel that. So we still kept on track, literally spot on yesterday, and the scale went slightly up, but that is not going to deter me from knowing that I'm still ticking the boxes, dialing it in, just having that little bit of education around like when you hold water weight and like fluid retention and things like that is honestly a little bit helpful so that you don't really get down on yourself when you do see that scale spike back up a little bit. So just something to be well aware of if you are dialing it in and the scales haunt you. You need to know that they will go up and down because it's going to help your progress keep progressing rather than just seeing the scale go up and be like, fuck it, I'm going to just like give up. So I don't really know what I got. I think we ordered another Monopoly. We've got 2 Monopoly deals now. Me and Christian have been collecting some card games recently and like we're going to take some on our trip and it's just been like our downtime rather than watching like a TV show or something, but that is so funny because I already bought this. Now we have another one. Frederick Backman Beartown series. Guys, I have a Tony Bianco shoe obsession at the moment, but these were so hard to get my hands on. Oh my God. These are the Valerie Black Napier wedges. Let's do a grocery unhaul. I was saying before, we never ever go get groceries from the supermarket though. 1 kilo of chicken, totally. This is definitely helping me dial in because it's 8 calories per serve, but it's just a good ingredient, no sugar kombucha kind of drink. Lemons.
Did my food read my mind and get
more lemons?
Nah, I was going to say sardines.
No, I didn't.
Mind.
How cute these little baby corns are. Protein yogurt and
How much are they?
they were 2 for $6 and I haven't been able to find these new ones anywhere, so I wanted to try them, which I already
So you got 4 of them.
That's right, because 2 for $6.
Really, really expensive.
Anyway.
It's okay when they're partially expensive.
Fun day are my favorite treat while dialing it in. This is my dialing it in deficit vlog moosh.
Oh, sorry.
I haven't tried any of these flavors, but peaches and cream is my favorite lolly in the Allen's packet. So I assume these are going to taste very similar. And then gummy bears. But the reason why I love this is because they're actually a good source of fiber, good ingredients for your no sugar, low calorie lollies. Because there's lots out there, but so many of them are made with really, really bad ingredients. But this one is literally made with tapioca starch, chicory root, carrot and paprika. Glazing agents are coconut oil, and the sweetener is stevia oil. That is pretty good.
Fucking awesome.
The fact that it's made with coconut oil. So
just tell them to lower the price.
Yeah, I know. But granted, if this was my business, I'd want to sell them for that too. Portion all my chicken into about 150 or 200 gram portions. Bulk cook it, and that way I know every time I just get one of those out, it's exactly like 200 grams. Pop it in a wrap, it's 40 grams of protein, and I can make a whole meal out of that. And that is the easiest way. I do the same thing with my mince as well. I cook like 1 kilo at a time, pre-proportion it out in 200 grams. But the thing is, you need to kind of pre-weigh them while they're still raw. Chicken smells so good. So that's 1 kilo of chicken all cooked and prepped in about 150 grams. And now I'm just gonna put some in a wrap. I'll just eat my big chicken wrap. And that's it. So back from my appointments, we went to the beach as well quickly because it's so nice outside. So all I've had is my morning oats, and now I'm gonna have my chicken wrap for lunch. It is quite late, it's like 2:30. So it actually lasted a pretty long time.
I am back. It's currently 6:15 a.m. Hybrid workout done. Sweaty mess. But I do really love my hybrid classes. Never thought I'd say that.